Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty78609. Let's take a ride in the Gray Ghost, the old Ghost. First, I got to start it up. Listen to this engine start up. Got to put my seatbelt on. It shows the trunk is open. Well, let's go close the trunk. Yeah, I just put something back there, so hang on. After these messages, I'll be right back. You're gonna love to listen to that. I just didn't close it all the way. Don't you love how my videos start? See, there's my intro. My intro is listening to the seatbelt alarm in a Chevy Bolt named Gray Ghost. So now that I've got my seatless belt on, shows I've got 252 miles of range. Need to turn the temperature up just a touch and the fan down just a touch. There we go. And put it in reverse. Dink. And one thing, whenever you put it in reverse, it's got a 10.2-inch screen. If you can't see what's around you and behind you, see, on one side of the screen, about a 3-inch by 6-inch deal, it shows an aerial view. Now, how it shows an aerial view of this car, I cannot tell you, but it does. It's like you've got a camera about 10 feet above the car looking down, so you can see all the way around the car. On the right 2/3 of the screen is the backup camera, and it's very clear. Okay, so here we go, and we're gonna go. Well, just remember, guys, I'm a learning. It's just so quiet, man. You don't hear shit. I mean, and I've got the resistive braking thing, is what they call the one pedal stuff, and yeah, you let off, you can actually come to a complete stop by just letting off the gas pedal, and I mean it'll stop pretty quick. It's amazing. So, but anyway, moving right along here, we'll let you enjoy the drive. And I went cruising around the neighborhood yesterday, and something I wanted to do this morning was write down the mileage right quick. Let me move over here. We'll make a friend of paper and pen, because I'll never remember this. Because I got 126. This pen won't. Now, wouldn't that be something? A damn pen won't write. Just when I need you, dog. Oh, damn. Hang on. This is a lovely video. I'm getting there. I got another pen. I got a backup. So what we got here, because I'm going to check. I got 126 miles on the car. And then it shows 252 miles range. Okay? And what I want to see is, apparently, somehow, I can't explain it, but it appears, I don't know how it happened, but it appears that if you're driving really efficiently, that your miles measured by your odometer will be different from the miles, battery miles. Okay, in other words, you could drive, like yesterday I drove 5 miles around the subdivision, and it only reduced the battery miles by 3. So I was getting 2 for 1. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. But anyway, I've got it. I'm going to change the screen when I get back. But I just thought I'd go take this drive and kind of give you guys an update, because y'all are going to be sick of electric vehicle rides. But it's so neat, man. I mean, as far as sound insulation and stuff, it's much better than the Chevy Spark, and it's a very good kind of a expensive car ride, in my opinion. And also, something else I found out, and I may have mentioned it in the first video, I'm not sure. Each mirror has a little a car symbol and a little star, just about maybe a less than a ½ inch size in the left side of, or the outside of each mirror. And whenever a car is coming up on the blind side, that where you probably couldn't see it in the mirror, there will be a little yellow light that blinks there, blink, 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 to alert you that somebody's coming up alongside. Is that helpful? Yeah. For me it is. And yeah, and of course one of the things I like too, you don't have to worry about getting a hide key or any of that stuff. And the reason is, you get the Chevrolet app, and it monitors your whole vehicle 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what also you can do, you can go on your app on your phone and unlock your car. So if you misplaced your key, you can just unlock it from the app, and you don't have to use the OnStar, which Chevrolet has, which is a fee for that service. And yeah, so that's a good thing. And as far as monitoring the battery charging, no brainer. I mean, it's on the app. It's, it'll update and show you exactly what the charge level is. So if you pulled into a charger at some place other than your home, then you could monitor, if you went in a restaurant or somewhere to burn some time, because it'd probably take 30 minutes or to an hour to fill it up or whatever you're going to do, you can sit down there and monitor your progress on your phone. So you don't have to be in the car, but you could be if you chose to. And also you can monitor your tire pressure and all that stuff. So is that good? Yeah. I mean, it's just neat. It's just the modern way. See, I'm just letting off the accelerator now. I'm not touching the brake. That old boy took everything but the kitchen sink, didn't he? He's got kayaks and rowboats and bicycles. By God, they're going to have something to do. But anyway, what else? And as far as I can tell, at this point, I've only had this car 3 days, is that the range of 250 plus miles at this time of year, at this temperature, is honest. Maybe it's underestimated, because I seem to be getting better than what it's showing. Okay, and then of course the tow dolly routine, towing this car, is the same as the Chevy Spark. You have to put it in park, and you have to unhook the negative battery cable. There is a little 12-volt battery under the hood, along with all the other stuff. And yeah, it's the same size wrench to unhook the negative cable. So that's all the same, and that's good. What else? As far as I can tell right now, guys, I'm using a 110-volt charger at home, and it adds about 2.75 miles per hour. In other words, 10 hours would be 27.5 miles. But what I want to say about that is I had a little range anxiety in my mind, but my driving habits, now your driving habits may be different, and an electric car may not work for you using a 110 charger, a 110 volt charger like I'm doing. But if you're, some days I don't even drive my car, the Spark either, for that matter. There'd be 2 or 3 days a week I wouldn't even drive it anywhere, because I just didn't have anywhere to go, you see. So as far as range anxiety, for most of you guys that are older like me, I think you don't need to worry about that at all. And I think you would enjoy an electric car. At this point, I would have to say I think you'd find it very enjoyable. I do. And in the one pedal driving, like I'm doing now, using the resistive stuff to recharge the batteries as I let off on the pedal here, see, it'll stop. I mean, that's all just resistive stuff doing that. And then on the left side and the right side, on the left side it shows your battery mileage, how much, or your range rather. And if it's green, that's good. That means you've got good driving habits. And if on the right hand side, there's a little green leaf that shows acceleration and braking. If you're doing good, that leaf is green. Well, I've got green all over my screen. I mean, you know my driving habits. Yo, I mean, and so yeah, no, but it's just, I mean, I have to tell you, I mean, I am very, very pleased right now. Of course, this is the 3-day new job enthusiasm, but let's see what else I got here. Oh yeah, I mentioned this in the comment call today. I'll mention it again. But I was thinking about, you know, is there an optimum method of charging this battery on the Chevy Bolt 2022? In other words, should you deplete it all the way down and then charge it? Should you charge it to 100%? You know, I'd heard about 80% and all that stuff. So I got to check in on the General Motors forum for the Bolt. There's a lot of comments there, I mean a lot. And so I was reading them, the ones that applied to the battery stuff, and the engineers responded to some comments and said they had designed the electrical system on this car to be basically usable by people that are brain dead. In other words, you can't really screw it up unless you work at it. And they said that those of you that are thinking about or concerned about the batteries or how to charge and so forth, you could compare that with how many times have you thought about your elbow lately. I mean, that was their comment. So basically what they were saying is you don't need to worry about it. Just charge the thing as you need to, just like in a car, gasoline or whatever you want to call it, car. You know, you go in to the gas station when you need to fill up, and you fill up. And if you just want to put in a half a tank or 3/4 or whatever, you do. And you can do the exact same thing with the Bolt, the 2022. So that addresses that point. And I checked other places, and you know, there's some of that group that says, you know, charge it to 80% and so forth. And you know, I could do that; it doesn't matter. And but again, as far as the range anxiety and all that stuff, for me, it is non-existent. Okay, and now the charger types, you know, I've got basically a Type 1, which is 110 volt, the slowest one you can get, which just plugs into a household outlet, and then you plug it into your car and go, let it charge. And I got more power than I need. I mean, you know what I mean? And but the Type 2, which they're going to install, I contacted the company, or they contacted me. The dealer sent them the information stating that I had bought a new Chevy Bolt, and so this company contacted me because the Chevrolet has a deal, or they've contracted with a company out of California which works nationwide, and they install these level 2 chargers in homes for people that buy Chevrolet electric vehicles. Now Chevrolet, to give you a reason to do it, they pay $1,000 of the installation cost plus $250 towards any permitting that may be required. And the total cost, I'm told, averages around $1,400 for the total installation. So it looks like I'll if I choose to do it, I'll be out of pocket about $400. And that would enable me, a Type 2 charger would enable me to charge this car in 6 hours from basically empty to full. You know, you know, it's pretty damn quick. It's about 4 times faster or whatever than the 110. It's a lot faster. And do I need that? I'm going to get it just for the convenience of having the ability to charge a little quicker if I need to. and that's about it on the charging stuff. And that's where most concerns related to electric vehicles go to the battery. People leave comments on my videos, you've heard me read them, that the batteries are going to cost you $20,000 to replace. That is not true, but they're warranted for 8 years or 100,000 miles. So that takes care of that issue for me. I doubt that, I don't think I've kept a car for 8 years in a long time, but anyway, batteries seem to be a non-issue, okay? And as far as the sound, this is a rough road here, and I don't think you're going to pick up a lot of road noise on this video because I'm not hearing it, but you could in the video. But enough said about that. As far as the ride of the vehicle, very comfortable. Right now we're going 50 miles an hour, and everything is green everywhere. And you know, just to show you how this thing works. See, I've used 3 miles of battery stuff, and I've driven 6 miles. You see what I mean? There's a little disconnect. So your range, if you're driving in the green zone, is going to be more than what's stated. I feel like right now I'll probably get close to 275 miles or more, based, you know, assuming that the conditions are like this now. Anyway, enough said about that. Again, comfort, good. Yeah, it's got a adjustable electric seat, you know, the power seats. I don't know if the passenger seat has it or not. I'll check. I think just the driver's seat has the power seat, so that takes care of that. And as far as the radio and the sound on the radio, super great. It's got 7 Bose speakers, and yeah, it's as good as any radio I've ever had. Of course, I'm not a sound fanatic. I mean, I don't just listen to the radio real loud all the time, and so that's kind of the way that is. It's great for me, and it comes with Sirius satellite free for 90 days, and then I'll keep it. I'll get their basic package. Got a little rain sprinkling on the windshield. As far as the seat, the fabric, and the interior quality, I'd give it a 9. I mean, it looks great to me. The seats are extremely comfortable, much more comfortable than the unpadded Spark, I'll give you that. But no, it's okay. And the air conditioner, I've got it set at 73 right now. The outside temperature shows to be 80. And of course, I drove around the other day. It was in the low 90s. It cools it fine, and it's the way that the air conditioner works. They use well, it's, I guess, like other air conditioners, it uses a liquid coolant, and it just works fine. Now there's also kind of like I want to say a radiator, but that wouldn't be correct. But there is a coolant that they use now to cool the batteries. In other words, as far as checking the coolant levels, once a year, I think you got to check them every 100,000 miles or something. You don't do anything basically for 100,000 miles. That's how I read the deal. So if you're looking at an electric vehicle, you know, I'm not promoting this vehicle over any others because I don't know that much about them. But I will say that for me, right now, let me clear that up a little bit. See how the wipers do? They go kind of like, well, look how they do. Bloop, bloop. Cute. But yeah, right now I'd have to say the Bolt is as good an electric car you can buy at this price point. It's half the price of the Tesla, and but again, I don't know. Should you buy these things based on price? Again, I don't really know. But you know, if you want an electric car, I think it's a good one. So far, it's been good for me. But of course, as you know, I haven't had it very long, so that's the way that goes. So anyway, I'm going to turn around here. I got believe it or not, a garbage truck back there. He's not right on my bumper, but he's close. But I'm going to pull in. this turn here to the right, it goes out to where they had the old Alamo building. You know, where John Wayne did the movie The Alamo. And pull up here, turn around. I'm surprised that I wonder if I can turn around. This thing doesn't turn as sharp as the, I guess we're going to try it. We won't try this. It's not going to work. But yeah, it's on the HF&F Ranch. But you just go out there, and that's where he did the set for the Alamo. And man, I'm telling you, this backup camera thing is really neat, man. I mean, it is clear, and you can see all around your cars what's neat, you know? I mean, you can see. Yeah, I mean, that's so helpful. So anyway, let me back on out here. Okay. Moving right along, guys. We show 247 miles of range now, and we've been 9 miles. So we use 5 miles of battery, and we've driven 9 miles. I don't know, man. There's something wrong with it. So when it shows the range there, I got to figure that out. I got to work on that a little bit, because actually that's true. I mean, when we left, it was on about 126. It's on 135 now. That's 9. It was 252 showing the battery range, and now it's 247 battery range. That's basically a 2-to-1 change. I hope that's correct. I mean, that would give me 300 miles of range or whatever, maybe. I don't know. At the speed I was driving like 50. And let's see here. Yeah, I still haven't got all the stuff, you know, like setting the cruise control. Let's see here, Duke. Let's see if I can set it. Trying to figure out how to set it here. I did it a couple of times the other day, but I haven't done it since. That's resume. Okay, so we got this on. Braking on adaptive cruise set to 43. That's good enough. Huh. Adaptive cruise. How about that? I don't know what that is. It's something. I wondered what that little number over there was. On the left side of your screen, by your speedometer number, there's a little green number that shows the speed you've got your cruise set to. Interesting. It's probably going to take, about the time I get ready to sell it, I'll find something else out about it. We've had some good rains. No kidding. Had some good rain. Have the springs filled up? Nope. Pretty nice, huh, guys? I probably made the thing fuzzy now, no idea. But we're near Brackettville, Texas on a Thursday morning. I'll post this on Friday probably. And then we got Beer 30 on Friday too. I enjoy doing that. That's fun. Well, it's fun. It was stressful to me because I have a hard time coming up with something to talk about. You'd think I got a whole week to think about it, something would just pop right up. It doesn't. Yeah, as long as you're driving good, everything's green on the screen. And it changes to orange or yellow or whatever the faster you go, or the more inefficient you are. I'll go with that. So this is fine, man. I'm eating my stuff. So guys, I can't think of anything else right now to tell you about the electric car. You know, everybody says, you know, they want to learn through me, or they want to learn more by listening to me talk about my car. And what I just went through in this video is about everything I know and will know for the foreseeable future. Now, as far as using a fast charger and all that stuff, I haven't done that yet. You know, they've already figured out a way to make money off those fast chargers. See, Tesla, initially, if you bought a Tesla, you got the use of the chargers for free. And then it's the old cooking the frog theory, you know what I mean? Now that you got everybody hooked, now you start charging them, and that's what they're doing. And it's not the local kilowatt rate, it's double the kilowatt rate. In other words, so you could pull in there and say like in my car, it's 60 kilowatts, so you were down to half a tank or half mileage. You put in 30 kilowatts. At home, it would cost you $3.90, or say $5 max. And at a Tesla place would cost you 3 times that, maybe. You know, but no, they're making money. It's a business. But having said that, guys, from a nice drive in my Chevy Bolt, the gray Ghost, and it is a pretty color. I never thought I would like gray, but for some reason this gray appeals to me. I guess because I bought it and I better shut up and talk about it. Anyway, if you're interested in an electric vehicle, check them out. Do I have a preference of one over the other? No, I just happened to run across this and it was a good deal. This car was $36,000 list. They sold it to me for $30,000. But it wasn't because the dealership was being nice. It was because General Motors had an incentive on all of their 2022s to move them out so they can move into 2023s, which they expect to sell over 1 million of this year. And I wouldn't doubt it, because every one at the dealership that I went to is sold. And the ones coming in, sold. Yep. That tells you something. So anyway, guys, again, this is Brackettville, Texas. We're coming into population 1,740. Thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the Amazon link, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, and keep your health, man. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Try to keep all that negativity out. You know, don't watch the news. That's where it mostly comes from. Adios, guys. Bye-bye.